What's going on, guys? This is the MMA Complex, and my name is Josh.
And I'm James.
And we are back, brand new episode. It is, you go ahead. What is it? What's the date? I don't even know.
Today's, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Retake.
Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. And it is episode 153. If you guys are counting. I think we try to count. Try to number these.
Yeah.
I think we're way above 153. But
yeah, because we did
a ton of episodes. We did a bunch of bonus episodes early on. On the road episodes, all these other
Fight Companions.
Yeah, Fight Companions. Those are fun, man.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, I know we only did a couple, but
we just did one.
Those at the studio over at the comic book shop, because we used to do our recordings from a comic book store in the back. I had a full on setup.
Mm-hmm.
Those days are pretty good. I didn't like having to pay for the sessions. Obviously, that was why we went home and developed a home studio.
Yeah,
but yeah, those are cool. Those are good. Those are pretty nice days. In terms of I don't know. This is different, but
cool. It gave us freedom to create segments. Where I think now it's kind of hard to, just because it's a 2-man show. We need someone behind.
Yeah, we did have different. We had segments. We had an engineer. We had somebody to.
We don't have a Lee or
man the boards. Jamie. We had somebody to man the boards. Renee. Obviously you guys watched some of the episodes or listened to some of the episodes. He was our guy behind the soundboards.
And so his girlfriend.
No. Yes. People are like, "What? Wait, what did he say?" Yeah. So still his girlfriend. Yeah. So those are. I don't know why I'm reminiscing on those days. I don't know. You know why? Because I was going back through some of our catalog and looking at some of the old episodes. The titles
really?
Of them. Just because I was scanning through them. Well, I think sharing up our last post from the last episode. And just seeing some of those episodes, I thought that was a trip down memory lane. And how would it be to go back and listen to some of those? Have you tried?
No.
I haven't either. I haven't tried to listen to some of those episodes yet.
I
rarely I listen to them. Well, I listen to them while we're editing because I edit the episodes that we put out. So I don't try to cut a lot out. And we don't go way too off topic most of the time. We usually stay on topic for what we need to get done in that span of time.
Yeah.
And go over the fights and break down some of the other past fights and all that stuff. But I haven't gone back to listen to some of the old episodes. It would be interesting to go back and listen to some of those.
Yeah, I mean, I think the evolution of our show is, some shows you listen to them and the old stuff was a lot better than the current stuff. I think with those, I think we evolved pretty well.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of proud that we have a schedule that we stick to.
Yeah.
And that's something major happens.
Yeah.
But I think what I want to do next is maybe set up some webcams and just do the show live. I think we're ready for that.
I think so too. Maybe go YouTube live, get like a setup that can give us like a live stream on YouTube.
Yeah, because obviously we have video and audio, but if you listen to other podcasts or see other podcasts, they have like webcams around their studio to get every angle.
Yeah. See, we would have to do like a whole TriCaster type of thing where it's like different.
Well, I think our setup as well. I think maybe we just need one webcam to
over here.
Us.
Over here.
Yeah, and then just do a live stream through
that. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be pretty cool to set up.
I think our show's ready. I think we're ready for that next step, but I think that's all talks for
another day.
Another day, yeah.
Yeah. What'd you do over the weekend?
What did I do? Not much. Just hanging out. Yeah. I think Easter's coming up this weekend.
It is. I completely forgot. I'm probably gonna be working that day.
Do you celebrate?
Not really.
Me neither.
My parents do. They're pretty religious and all that. Mm-hmm. So they were looking forward to us coming over, but I think I'm gonna be pretty swamped at work during that time. So I have the next day off just for like funeral stuff. I got to go do that. But yeah, no. And then we have Bellator the weekend afterwards, so I'm gonna have that whole weekend out, free. So, and then Liz's birthday is on Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday. So busy weekend next week, but yeah,
quiet week.
Yeah, this past weekend I was working like a freaking dog, man. I was like,
I watched the fights over the weekend. That's what I did.
The fights are amazing. I did too.
I just watched the co-main and the main event.
You watched just the co-main? Okay.
Yeah.
I watched pretty much the entire main card. I really didn't see too much of the undercard. I missed the ending of Ovensay Prue and Krylov, but obviously I got the word that he lost by submission. Dwight Graham versus Alan Jobin, I thought it was a good fight, split decision. I wasn't, upset with the decision. I could have went either way. I probably would have given it to Jobin, but it was a close fight. So I mean,
it's good to know that this is the first pay-per-view under the new UFC pay-per-view structure.
Yeah,
with ESPN subscribers only.
Yes, we'll get to that part of it right now. Well, we could start with that. What'd you think about? Well, see, this is obviously we're of the new age. Of the internet. We've grown up with the internet. We know what's up with the internet. We know we don't have to pay for shit.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, to be honest, we don't pay for shit.
And it's like, I know that it's like people that do
it's taboo. Nobody likes to admit it.
Yeah, it's taboo, especially if you cover the sport.
Yeah.
Like we do, it's taboo. But I look at it like geez, like why pay $70, $60, or $80 HD? When you know for a fact that you can see it for free?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not made out of money, so we're gonna go with the free route.
And I'm on the go. I got so a lot of times during fight nights, I'm busy.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch it how I can get it. Yeah. And most of the time it's on my phone. Most of the time it's on a computer.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm sure if we did this for an actual living.
Yeah.
And we're making a comfortable living.
But even then, those people, see, the people that work for some of these companies, especially the people that work for UFC, a lot of times they get those for free. They don't even have to pay for any of the pay-per-views.
Oh, no.
They get fight pass for free.
I'm talking about like media members who work for a big company like USA or like our friends John and Way who do it independently but get paid through a Patreon.
Yeah. So they can cover those expenses. I think people with in terms of like that work for big companies, their companies a lot of times pay for the pay-per-views. If not, actually they're there. Yeah, so
flying all over the country.
So it's for us, normal folk. It's $80 is a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have.
We got
six-figure incomes or anything.
No, we got the ESPN+ app. I pay for that. It's like what, $4.95, something like that. That's well worth the price right there. I pay $5 a month. I don't give a shit. But
yeah, to cough up $80, like when the UFC shoots all these pay-per-views like candy.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather just do what I can.
Yeah,
and not pay for it. And
pay-per-view once or twice a month. No, I can't do that. $80, $50, $60. No way, man.
But as far as
so we stream it most of the time. We illegally stream it somehow, some way, somewhere. Fucking for years.
Yeah,
at least I have.
It's not hard.
It's not hard at all. I'm sure most of the people that are out there listening and watching on YouTube and all this stuff, you guys do the exact same thing. Unless I'm at a bar, then I'll go do that. Or unless like a group of people, I can gather up a group of people that are down to pay $10 each or something like that. Cool.
But the majority of the time, we're busy.
Majority of the time, everybody's busy. I can't get people like that all the time to go out and go see a fight. And most of them don't even. And most of them, I'd rather just watch it myself anyway, because
people like to talk.
People like to talk and ask questions. And who's this guy and who's that guy and what's he about and what weight class is this? And it's like, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have time to.
Yeah, exactly.
But
as far as the whole structure thing goes, I mean, I get it that we're living in the new age where, streaming is the future, and the UFC wants to go that route. Mm-hmm. But I think that's going to take a few mishaps before they get it right.
Some of the streams they did.
Yeah, I've heard complaints about people trying to just get to the main menu of ordering a pay-per-view. But I think they're limiting their audience, and I think eventually people are gonna just accept, um, that streaming is the future. I think not everyone's television is, can't get the internet,
Yeah,
so that's gonna be a problem. But I think eventually in the future it's gonna be like anything else. But I think it's gonna be rough for the next couple, maybe the first year.
definitely. Also, I want to give a shout out to some of our listeners out there because going through our stats and all that to actually people who are listening to the show, we have a lot of U.S. fans. A few people in the U.K. listen to us, which is interesting, right?
Yeah,
Germany, we get listeners from Germany.
I did not know that.
So all our German fans, our UK fans, thank you
That's
for
just recent, or
listening.
that's that back then?
No, honestly it's a regular thing. I sometimes I go through the stats of our shows and see where the regions are, where the people listen, and then we get a lot of hits from the UK and Germany and the US. So appreciate all you guys out there.
Any German girls contact us if you want.
But hey, I'll be down to, if we're in the UK, man, I'll be down to like
houses.
Let's go grab a beer or something like that. I don't care.
Show me around.
But yeah, so off topic, I don't know. But in terms of ESPN, buying and paying through that wall, and because you have to sign up for ESPN Plus, and then you have to buy the pay-per-view from your ESPN Plus app, and then like I know people that are around my age that are just not willing to do that. They're casual fans. They're pretty much you pretty much took them out of the discussion. They're not even there. The casuals are not going to go out of their way.
It's really targeted to hardcore fans.
Yeah, this is targeted to hardcore fans and people who are just on ESPN and ESPN Plus app. Maybe some casuals that are on there just happen to be on there. That might run into like, oh, there's a pay-per-view here. Maybe I guess I'll buy it. You pick up that audience, but as of right now, ESPN and it's hard to say how many people that is, and how much of effect of how many that has on casual fans, because hardcore fans are going to seek it out no matter what. So yeah, you're limiting definitely an age group for sure.
Yeah, and then like I think the UFC kind of forgot that we're living in a generation where millennials are really lazy, and they look at you got to be a subscriber, then try to find a way how to order the damn thing.
Yeah,
I think this new generation, I think they won't accept that. I think they rather just go to a live illegal stream where they can just click and that's it. I think anybody that has to like do the runaround or figure things out, they're gonna lose interest fast.
Even the fight nights, the ones that are ESPN Plus, I'm guaranteed I can find an illegal stream out there without even having to pay for ESPN Plus. I'm pretty sure I could probably find
probably
easy. But at $4.95, that's a good price. I will do it
to keep you.
Yeah. If you even bump it up to 10 or even 15, but you get all the pay-per-views.
Speaking of streams, I know this is completely off topic, but
I'm down. Okay, go.
Disney Plus is going to be
all right,
epic. I think Netflix is going to take a fall.
I think so
too. A hard
too.
fall.
Because you got all
$6.99
Fox properties, you got the Marvel properties, you got the Disney library.
Oh, and then you got the original programming with Star Wars.
You got original programming with Star Wars. You got the Star Wars library on there,
and you got all the Disney movies.
You got all the archives, all the whole Disney library, and not to mention all the other stuff that just happens to be on the networks that they own. ABC,
I mean,
Fox.
This company orders. I mean, they own Marvel and Fox. That's gigantic, and then they're only charging $6.99. Where Netflix is they're upping the price to I think 15 or 10, or something like that.
Yeah, no, Netflix is raising their prices up. The content is very it's limited.
It's going to be limited.
It's going to be limited,
especially with Disney has their own streaming service. All their Marvel that's on Netflix now are going to get put off.
Yeah, so it's going to, like cable is right now, and people are paying a lot, for cable and cutting cords and all that. I think eventually, all the streaming services and all that are coming up and that are going to compete with each other, and some are gonna fall, some are gonna stay on top. It's gonna be a lot like like how the cable companies were. I don't think it's ever gonna be to the cost of those cable companies, but everything's going online. And even if you didn't want to pay for streaming services, even if you didn't want to pay for any of those like Disney Plus, Netflix, you can still find the content that you want. Like we know apps out there.
I have an app on my phone. I can watch it whatever I want. I was watching that the other day.
Yeah, we know we have apps on our phones right now that can get. I could get Game of Thrones without having to even.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and I can cast it on my television.
Yeah, and I could cast it on my TV. I don't need HBO Go. I don't need Disney Plus. I don't need any of these. It's all out there, and that's. But the only reason you pay for it is because you just want. If the price is right, it's more convenient.
And $6.99 for what they're offering is going to be. It's a one hell of a price.
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably going to get rid of. I'm probably going to at the end of the year. I'm probably going to have my ESPN Plus as long as it stays the price that it is, and then I'm going to have my Disney Plus.
That's all you need, dude.
And maybe the other accounts I just pick up from a friend or whoever. I have Hulu. It's not my account. It's like people share accounts. It's just like it's where we're at now. It's in MMA's heading into this route, and they're going into this world of streaming, and UFC's going all in. I think eventually it pay off. I think it's just gonna. They're playing the long game, short term wise. It's gonna hurt the fighters. I think.
Oh yeah, with pay-per-view points.
Yeah, pay-per-view points, eyes, viewership. If you really wanted to benefit the fighters, it's like where do you put it? You make it free as possible, and you make it available to the public. And that's ESPN, probably big ESPN.
And at the end of the day, the UFC is the first league to do this, so they're going to be the front runners, and then people are going to follow the UFC's route like they always do. But it's going to be rough for maybe the first year, maybe two.
And ONE FC has it down pretty right. If you want to watch their fights, you just download their app. It's all free. It all streams on there. The only reason I don't watch it all the time is because on our coast, it's at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't watch them all the time.
I mean, I usually catch the replay the next day.
Yeah.
But
the app is free. The fights are free.
I think right now that's going to be the case. But once they grow as an organization and they have more eyeballs, I think they're going to start changing that.
Well, I think they're going to network. They're going to cable TV at least. They're going to like TNT or something like that. I think they're on. I think Rogan was saying that he saw them on their Encore channel.
Yeah.
So
I think they made a deal with TNT. Maybe
they're branching out. Yeah. Let's get to the fights back to the fights from this weekend. You had Khalil Roundtree defeating Eric Anders in a completely one-sided fight. We've had Eric Anders on the show. He's a great guy. This is kind of before he started hitting his slump. I think it was right. Who was he going to fight? He was going to fight somebody. I forget who it was. He was getting a big fight, or just picked up a win. But he's gone. He's hit a rough patch. He hasn't really been able to show a lot of growth in that amount of time, and he's kind of taking these fights one right after their back-to-back short-term camps. And I think it's him going into this fight. I think we said it. I don't know if I said it. Going into this camp, I was kind of worried about him in this fight. I was like, I don't like him having a pick. He just fought, he lost, and now he's short-term camp into this fight against Khalil Roundtree. It's almost like he's trying to pick up a win and try, like, I'm just going to pick up a fight. A win's going to come up at some point. And then what? Now he might possibly even be out of the UFC after this one. So, especially after a showing like that.
Yeah, definitely a gamble, yeah.
And then we get into the co-main event, Israel Adesanya against Kelvin Gastelum, and we were just talking about this right before we started recording. A sick fight. And
my fight of the night.
Yeah, fight of the night. Yeah, I think I would say fight of the night.
It was more competitive than the main event.
Yeah, and just back and forth, and I mean, I think we kind of broke down the fight the last time, and we talked about the strengths of these two fighters, and man, they brought it, man. Calvin, I think we talked about how Calvin brings it when he's on, and when the chips are, down, or he's at a point where he's got to prove something, he goes out and does it, man. He's a talented dude, and almost took out Israel in that fight. So it's but ended up coming up short. Where Israel picked it up in the 5th and showed his championship material. I think in a lot of ways, to really turn it on and knew that it was close, probably 2-2 going into the 5th, and turned it on, man, and picked up the win.
Yeah, I think both guys won in this fight. I think this is one of the fights that both guys kind of up their stock. I mean, Calvin looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, he, like you said, they were tied going into that 5th round.
Yeah.
The chin of Gastelum is insane, and his will to like keep pushing forward and him getting knocked down.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. And with Israel, he comes out of that fight, going through adversity, going through 5 rounds, and showing what he's made out of. It's crazy that he's only been in MMA for about a year or so.
Yeah, no, he's been in it for a couple of years, but in the UFC, only like maybe a year and a half.
And he's undefeated.
Yeah.
At 16-0, right?
Yeah. 27 years old or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Israel came out of that, this fight, looking like a champion and going through adversity. And I think the UFC has a superstar
in both of them
potential with both of them with Israel, and then
definitely
he becomes the second African-born UFC champion.
Yeah.
And I think maybe down the line the UFC can go to Africa or Nigeria and host an event and have Usman and Alexander go over there, and they can make pretty big business.
He's got. I remember when he came in, the way he showed, for being a seasoned striker.
We saw him backstage at Glory, didn't we?
Yeah, we got to see his Glory fight. I think when he was in LA, and I think he was fighting Justin Willis. I think he lost by decision.
He lost, yeah.
And then we did like a little backstage interview with him. If you guys go back and watch our YouTube
very small
stuff,
room.
A very small room. Some dickwad from Glory filming their backstage interview stuff. Fuck that guy. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
He doesn't even deserve to be fucking named.
I know, seriously.
He's a dickwad.
He is a dickwad.
So there's that guy. So Israel, we got to see his fight with seasoned striker. I remember he came in, and just the subtle the things that you normally see that you normally don't see from seasoned strikers that come into MMA, I saw in him, and I was like, okay, this kid's got something. You know what I mean? The size, the reach, the style, the confidence, the swagger, the takedown defense, the takedown, the ground game, and the stand up is obviously there. I was okay. This guy's looking at the landscape. He's gonna be tough to beat. And even people are saying like, "Oh man, but he hasn't fought Yoel Romero yet. He hasn't fought Jacare yet. He hasn't fought Paulo Costa yet. He's gonna have his hands full of Whitaker." I think out of the entire landscape of the middleweight division, the only people I saw him getting trouble were probably Gastelum and Whitaker. I think the only person that actually is capable of really taking him out are those two guys.
I don't see the UFC booking that Poirier fight. I think if Conor beats that drum and he wants that fight, I think the UFC gives it to him.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing with Tony Ferguson. I can see Tony Ferguson getting the nod before Poirier, and I can even see Nate Diaz coming back and fighting Khabib before Poirier. Because at the end of the day, yes, this is a sport.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of a business than a sport.
Yeah.
I think we all know that. And I think, although I hate that Poirier is going to get screwed, but the UFC is going to look at pay-per-view points. I mean, not points, but pay-per-view buys and what fight sells the best. And I think it's a fight between either Conor, Nate, or Tony Ferguson.
No, I agree in some way, but I think the only person that really can take that fight away from Dustin Poirier at this moment is probably Conor. If he really wanted it, I think he can take it. They already have attention. They're really going back. They have tension. They're going back and forth on Twitter. They're talking shit to each other. It's getting really dark. It's getting really crazy. The UFC had to step in and squash it. I think if Conor really wanted that fight, I think he could probably get it. with enough effort. Does Khabib want to give it to him? I don't know. But Khabib was already kind of out with the tweet right after that saying that, hey, Dustin Poirier, I'll see you in September or whatever. Connor's congratulating Max and Dustin and all that. And I think he even threw out in that his last tweet was about that fight was, oh, I'll I think he even like called out Nate in that fight. Like it was a long thing. So he's trying to get a big name fight, a money fight, an attention fight, a fight that's easy to win. The Cowboy one fell out. Nate is probably his best comeback fight, I think, for Connor. I think that's probably going to be his next fight. If not, I'll probably see, Tony Ferguson. Good, yeah. Those two will probably be either the next one for Connor. I don't see him getting the Khabib fight. I think it's more likely that actually Khabib will follow through and give Dustin the shot, and that Dustin actually gets the shot. I think that because Khabib's already that type of guy where he doesn't even know if he wants to give Conor the satisfaction of getting the title, another rematch. So, even if it does make him $1 million or $3 million, so
he doesn't care. Yeah,
he doesn't care. So we'll see how that goes. What else in the news? Anything else going on?
I think the biggest thing that came out was Anderson Silva, telling Israel to respect John Jones, but it's not really news. It's just Anderson Silva, making headlines, but
Yeah, he's not fighting anytime soon, right?
no, I don't know how he was there.
Yeah, why is he even like?
He was doing a scrum for whatever reason.
Because this weekend's card is in St. Petersburg, Russia. The main card has changed a couple of times already, but it's Alistair Overeem versus Aleksei Oleinik. You have Islam Makhachev Chachev versus Arman Sakurian, Marcelo Gom versus Sergey Pavlovich, Devin Clark versus Ivan
Sounds like a dog card to me.
Yeah, no, this is gonna get a lot of views. Roxanne Modafferi versus Antonia Shevchenko. Like,
poor girls.
That's a good one. That's an interesting one.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, this card is not a great card. I mean, other than the main event, even then, I'm like,
The main event's not. The Roxanne fight is better than the main event.
At least it's on ESPN+, and I'm probably going to be home during that. No, it's going to be actually in the afternoon. Yeah, it's going to be in the afternoon. 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be like
11. No, 10.
10 a.m. our time. No. 10 a.m. fight. We'll see. I'll be awake.
Be watching.
You'll be watching?
Probably not.
No, at that time, no. You'll probably just catch the main event later on, no?
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Ryzen has a card. You have King Mo on headlining. It's a light heavyweight title. Horiguchi's on the card. Horiguchi's still he's so badass out there, man. Reina Mura, Japanese chick. She's fucking awesome. You have Ryzen and you have UFC on ESPN+7 this weekend.
Pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet weekend for sure. Definitely gonna watch them. Why not? Have some breakfast while I'm watching some fights. Cool. Then you have not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of. Did you watch any of the press conference for 238?
No.
Cejudo and Marias is on there. And
I just caught the highlights of them.
The highlights?
Yeah.
I know that went on this past weekend. Aside from that, not a whole lot.
No.
Quiet weekend. Oh, did you watch Masvidal and Rogan?
Yeah, I'm listening to it right now.
That was a good one. That was a good episode. Aside from that, quiet weekend, man.
Yeah.
What do you have coming up this weekend?
Nothing planned, but I'm sure she has something planned for us.
Yeah. Same here. I don't think I'm doing anything. My weekend's over. It's all back to work, back to business for the next few days, until early next week, and then we're off to San Jose next weekend. So looking forward to that. That's it.
Yeah. That's our show today.
That's our show today, man. You have go to the MMAcomplex.com. Kind of updated the site a little bit. There's some technical issues on the site. Kind of fixed it around, moved some stuff around, but pretty much the same. You guys should go check up on there, subscribe, like, and anybody's out there, comment, do whatever you can, man. So,
yeah, helps the show get noticed.
Yeah, shirts are up.
Yeah, $15, not a bad deal for a shirt. So yeah, go ahead and pick one up while you're there.
And look out for we got some mics, some mic boxes, some flags for next time we do some interviews, some on location interviews, or maybe we might even use them here. I don't know. Because check that has a logo on it and everything. So
yeah, pretty excited to finally have some. But yeah, check out our site. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all under the MMA Complex. Quiet weekend for MMA, but I'm sure next week when we come by, we have plenty to talk about in this crazy sport that we cover. So until then, enjoy the fights and enjoy your week.